Hey guys, welcome back to Fun with RC Dude's Garage tonight. In tonight's episode, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to replace the stock shock absorbers that come with, in this case, the Traxxas Bigfoot model. And we're going to instead replace them with these metal or aluminum shock absorbers. They're big bore shocks. They're from Traxxas. They're high performance. And the reason we're doing that is we're pretty tough on our vehicles. And these plastic shocks can sometimes break. And when you replace them proactively with the aluminum shocks, that ensures that you're going to be able to do bigger, more powerful, heavier stunts and not have the machine break down on you while you're doing that. And the shocks that we're going with, as I said, they're Traxxas performance shocks. They are aluminum, which means they're very, very sturdy. And they come in this nice package. And depending on what vehicle you're going to be replacing the shocks with, the Traxxas site will be able to tell you exactly what big bore shock you need for your particular vehicle. So when you open the kit, it actually comes with everything that you need here to replace it. We're going to make some modifications on what we're going to use, and that's mainly with the oil. But it comes with the 4 shocks. The small shocks are going to be for the front end, and the large shocks are going to be for the rear end. And the great thing is that the rear shocks already come with spacers that will give you the height. However, if you want additional height, the package also comes with a large number of different spacers, so you can really elevate your truck or jack it up significantly higher than it would normally come with stock. And that comes in here as well. The other thing it comes with is the silicone oil that you need to put into the shock, so they do not come pre-filled. You actually have to fill it yourself. However, we do not use the stock oil. Instead, what we use is TLR, which is a high performance 45 weight silicone oil. It's a lot stronger, it's a lot heavier, and in our opinion, it gives you better performance. So this you have to buy separate. It does not come with the kit. But if you wanted to go with the standard oil, it comes in the kit, and you can certainly use that as well. Again, we like to go with the 45 weight heavy duty oil. So that is everything that comes in the kit. It has the 2 large rear shocks that already have the spacers on them. And we're going to go with that size. We're not going to modify them. And then it comes with the 2 front, which do not have spacers. And again, we're not going to modify them. But if you wanted to lift your truck higher, you have a number of spacers, different sizes, that you can certainly do that. Okay? So we are going to put all of this aside, and let's bring out the truck. This is the Traxxas Bigfoot model. This is actually a custom shell that Will and I made in a Jurassic Park theme. So it was one of the cool projects that we had that we really enjoyed doing. All right, so let's get started. We're going to remove the first shock. And, yep, you want to come around? And let's show them what we're going to do. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need a small Phillips screwdriver. That does not come with the kit, unfortunately. And you're going to remove the top screw and the lower screw, and that will allow you to pull the shock off. And the great thing is that the kit actually comes with heavy duty screws, which you can use to replace the shocks. We haven't had any problems with these shocks, with these screws. So we're probably going to just use the screws that we have in here and keep those as a backup in case we need to do that, in case we need to replace them. So this is the bottom screw coming out. And we'll just put that in our little holder right there. This is the top screw coming out. And when you take these out, obviously remember to try to keep them in order so that you know what's on top, what's on bottom. But you really can't mess it up because the top screw is smaller and it's got a thick portion at the top. The bottom screw is longer and thinner. So as long as you remember that, you're in good shape. Okay, this is the old shock that we took off. And the reason we're replacing them is that the original shocks that come with it are plastic. And if you do a lot of jumping or heavy off-roading, this plastic cap can strip and it actually will pop off and you will have your front end collapse. So that's why we're removing this, because this is a plastic top. Whereas if you look at the replacement big bore, this is actually aluminum, a lot sturdier, and will allow you to do a lot more heavy off-roading type of stuff, whether it's jumps or just off-roading obstacles and so forth. Now, these do not come loaded with oil, but it's very simple. You hold the top and you unscrew it. You're going to want a plate or something because it can get kind of messy in here. And if you look inside, all it is a simple piston that goes up and down. So you're putting oil in here to provide the friction to keep the piston working. And you're going to want to fill it up just close to the top. It'll take a few drops. There we go. I know you probably can't see that, but we're just under the lid. So we're pretty close to the top there. And we screw it down. And here's the important thing. You want to screw it down just hand tight. You do not want to wrench because you will strip it. Even though this is aluminum, it can strip very easily. And you do get a little bit of silicone oil on you. We'll put that to the side. And the next thing that we're going to do is you just want to pump it a few times to get the oil going, to lubricate the seals on the inside. And you can already see the resistance that I'm getting. This is a really, really good shock, these big bores. All right, then the next thing is very simple. You go ahead and replace it and put it back in. So you already have the spacers lined up on the bottom. So you're going to take the bottom shock, you take the screw, you are going to put it through there and screw it back in. And then you're going to line up the top one with the top hole and get the black screw. Put that in there. I've got some silicone oil on me. There we go. All right. We get our screwdriver and we tighten it down. And again, we're going with the stock length, but if you want to do a lift, like a lift kit conversion, again, don't tie this, don't screw this in too tight and strip the screws or anything. Then we're going to do the bottom. Yep, put that right through there, and we'll screw that down. And for the purpose of time, I'm not going to go ahead and screw the whole thing down or take the rest of it apart, but it's that easy. Yep, I'm going to go back up in front. It's that easy. What you're going to do is unscrew these two, take it off, repeat the process. You're going to unscrew the back two and put in the big bore longer version shocks for the back, which already have the spacers in there. Tighten it back up, put your shell back on, and you are then ready to go off-roading with confidence, knowing that your front end is not going to collapse because you've got aluminum big bore high performance shocks in there. It takes about maybe 30 minutes to complete the entire process. And that's it. So we hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, we'd appreciate you give us a thumbs up, a like, and make sure you subscribe. And we're going to be producing more helpful videos like this right here in Fun with RC Dude's garage tonight. See you.